Currently, the Wentworth Douglas Health System new employee orientation is held twice a month over the course of 2 days, and employees may only start work on an orientation day. Hiring has decreased in recent months, sometimes resulting in holding orientation for very few participants, which adds to the cost and decreases interaction between the participants. Simply holding orientation less frequently will address the low participant rate. However, since some of the content covered is required before staff begin working, we could have a problem with regulatory compliance. Additionally, the organization has grown from a freestanding community hospital to a larger health system, incorporating primary care and specialty practices, off-site business operations, as well as a fitness center. However, little has changed in regard to the orientation process or the content. Approximately 30% of staff attending orientation classes will ultimately not be working at the main campus. With so much of the content focused on the hospital, new staff working primarily at other locations have commented that they felt like an outsider right from the beginning. In previous years, instructor-led classes were the predominant method of instructional delivery. However, the creation of learning management systems has afforded companies such as ours the opportunity to deliver learning when and where it is needed, regardless of instructor or space availability. I propose that in order to provide a meaningful, memorable orientation for new staff, Wentworth Douglas Health System must offer a two-phase approach using a blended solution. Designing a blended learning solution includes various technologies as well as live training opportunities using a mix of learning strategies. Phase 1 of the orientation process will begin on the day the employee starts work. Many of the topics covered in orientation are required by a regulatory agency such as OSHA, and therefore must be completed before the employee can work. Certain policies and procedures, as well as role-specific information, are also crucial to the new employee's ability to function in the company. These elements are best addressed in the unit-based phase of new employee orientation to achieve the highest level of engagement from new staff. The unit-based training solution, consisting of online learning, paper-based self-studies, and one-on-one training with unit leaders and preceptors, doesn't rely on a scheduled orientation session and therefore would allow for employees to be hired at any time. Frontline managers find the solution favorable, especially when positions need to be filled very quickly. New staff have also expressed that they don't want to be confined to starting on particular dates. In addition to regulatory subjects, topics about the culture of the organization and performance expectation are also covered in the existing orientation classes. Using the current format, there is little time to cover such a wide variety of topics, which leads subject matter experts to streamline their presentations to a quick lecture with very little interaction from the participants, causing additional dissatisfaction as well as reduced learning retention. In the redesigned orientation program, Phase 2 will consist of an 8-hour live class using a team teaching approach. This session will focus solely on enculturation of the new staff to the organization and reinforcement of key issues learned in Phase 1. As this type of knowledge requires a higher level of learning, staff that have already learned the basics such as safety topics will have a maximum opportunity to absorb the deeper meaning. By utilizing the existing learning management system for content delivery, we provide flexibility for staff and managers. We can anticipate greater knowledge retention by matching the mode of delivery to the content while allowing for opportunities to reinforce key topics. Employee engagement will be enhanced by providing new staff with the tools and resources necessary to do their jobs, as well as teaching about organizational mission, vision, and strategy. Once approved, the Education and Organizational Development Department plans to trial the new process in April, with full rollout in May. After 6 months, we will survey all participants and their managers to gather feedback and revise if needed. This solution allows the most effective way to quickly enculturate new staff in the company and be ready to provide valuable services to the organization without adversely affecting regulatory requirements related to education and training.